this story is so phenomenal because this was where Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam started. This was the community that he first went to. This is where Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam grew up as a child. This is where his children were born. This is where his wife Khadija radiallahu anha was buried. And due to the stubbornness of the Meccans, Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam was forced to migrate from Mecca and find home in Medina Munawwarah. When the Prophet of Allah was leaving Makkah Mukarramah that day, as his migration started, he turned back and looked at the Kaaba and cried. And he said, "Had your people not forced me to leave, I would have never left you until we meet again." Now, fast forward, and Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is on his way back to Makkah Mukarramah as a conqueror. The conquest of Makkah Mukarramah in reality was a result of the Quraysh violating the Treaty of Hudaybiyah. There was a treaty that occurred between the Muslims and the Quraysh. Each side agreed that they would not engage in war, and the allies that joined each side in their agreement would also be protected. However, the Quraysh betrayed this treaty, and they attacked the allies of the Muslims. Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam was approached by his allies that they attacked us. وَغَوْثَا, now you need to come to our assistance. So the Prophet of Allah waited for the right opportunity and marched with an army the Arabs had never seen the likes of before, 10,000 soldiers. And as they made their way to Makkah Mukarramah, they came at a time and in a way that the Quraysh had no idea on the other side of the mountains there was a large army. The Prophet ﷺ clearly instructed the companions, there will be no bloodshed. We will conquer Makkah Mukarramah in a peaceful manner. They entered in the morning time. It was the month of Ramadan. And as they conquered Makkah Mukarramah, there were a few skirmishes that occurred. But for the most part, it was a peaceful conquest. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam entered into the Kaaba and he removed the idols that were there. In one narration, Bilal radiallahu anhu climbed the Kaaba and gave the adhan from there. The same Makkah Mukarramah where he had been tortured for saying Allah's name, today he stood on the Kaaba and called the adhan from there. The people of Makkah Mukarramah were gathered, and the crooks who were behind the torture of the Muslims were lined up. And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said to them, "Do you know what I will say to you today?" And they remained silent. Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam responded by saying, "I will say to you what Yusuf alayhi salam said to his brothers. لا تثريب عليكم اليوم يغفر الله لكم وهو أرحم الراحمين." You've all been pardoned. Such a great moment. That moment right there is one to be frozen in history for generals and leaders of states to know how you deal with your opposition. You don't enter into a land claiming to liberate them while pillaging their possessions and murdering their innocents and bombing their kids and say that you are a bastion of justice. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam pardoned every single one of them. And they were so touched by his character that they became Muslim. Iqbal Azim, while referring to this moment and the generosity, the kindness of the Prophet of Allah, speaks and says, "Jo aasi ko kamli mein apni chupa le," the one that is willing to give refuge to a sinner in his own cloak. "Jo aasi ko kamli mein apni chupa le, jo dushman ko bhi zakhm khakar dua de," the one that is willing to pray for the one that has inflicted a wound on him. Usse aur kya naam dega zamana? What else will history refer to such an individual as? "Wo rahmat nahi hai to phir aur kya hai?" If he isn't mercy, then what is he? وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَاكَ إِلَّا رَحْمَةً لِلْعَالَمِينَ. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam didn't conquer Makkah Mukarramah with arrogance. Rather, when he entered, his head was lowered down in humbleness, doing dhikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. humble, thanking Allah, saying Allahu Akbar, that Ya Allah, this conquest is your gift. It's your blessing. Teaching us that even in moments of victory, you don't gloat. You remain humble. You remain grateful. And you thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The blessing is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will continue to give you more. Today, that Makkah Mukarramah is a source of hidayah for all of mankind. And the barakat in that city, the specialty of that city, the uniqueness of that city is seen through how Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam treated it with such delicateness and such respect when he entered as a conqueror. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala increase Makkah Mukarramah in its honor and allow us to benefit from the specialty and from the uniqueness of that city. May He take us back there again and again. Wa sallallahu ala Sayyidina Muhammad.
Our goal and objective here at Qalam is to make the knowledge and the understanding of Islam as accessible as possible to as many people as we can. Alhamdulillah, we hope and pray that this video was of benefit to you and that you benefited from the knowledge and the understanding shared here. Continue to help us reach as many people as possible and share the knowledge of our beautiful religion worldwide by going to supportqalam.com and becoming our partner in these efforts.